Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder, to the second video about the 2.6, 2.7 dev server, of which you will see here the second iteration. So I just want to mainly focus on the changes between the first and the second dev server iteration. If you want to watch the vehicles being showcased in my first video, you can find the link to this video in the video description down below, where you also can find the link to the preliminary patch notes, including the changes from the first to the second dev server iteration, and also all the content. And there is quite a lot of stuff to read. I just want to go over the main things and hope therefore to keep the video relatively short, because the last one was quite lengthy. So first of all, just for the memes, Gaijin reset my dev server account, not the normal live server account, back to its 2013 state. Like, this was the first day of me playing where it stands, and all the golden eagles and silver lions I got through being a content creator. I only have this bonus on the dev server, not on the live server. There all my silver lions are self-earned. So now let's get into it finally, the F5E. Now, since all this got reset and I got this plane only as a trophy for a content creator, this allows me to show off that this vehicle is completely stock. None of the modules has been unlocked, bought, or in any other way been acquired, right? And yet I have some stock air-to-air missiles. Granted, only two AIM-9Bs, which are not the world's best, especially at the new battle rating or top battle rating of 11.0, but it is definitely 100% better than nothing, and you still can get a kill more here and there, which helps the three of you, the three mad lads of you that try to spade their top tier stuff in actual battle without spending golden eagles. Bless you, boys, bless you. But anyway, it's better than nothing. It's a good change, not just only to the F5E, but a long list of planes that you can find again in the preliminary patch notes. That brings me then to one stuff about naval forces that I have not shown in the last video, where I have shown how you can start with your spotter plane and scout, and yes, I am now aware that you only can also switch between your ship and the plane, which makes it even more cool, but I've shown this feature the last time. And also how you can ride the bullet, right? How you can use the shell tracer camera. What I didn't show you is the destroyer damage model, the changes to it. This is the Helena. 15 6-inch guns, rapid rate of fire, and very heavy HE shells. Usually here this, I think it's a Z20, would die in one salvo. So this is the shell camera. Now let's observe the damage. Yeah, second salvo, that guy should be dead after the first salvo. That was also detonating the ammo rack. 48%. 38. You know, it takes a while. The secret is to now detonate the torpedo tubes and the ammo racks and just spread the damage across the entire ship, because it has sectionized just like cruiser section damage models, minus the armor, of course. So you can see after quite a while I'm still at 14%, and I'm literally sinking this ship by drowning it. And so I had to use another ready-use ammo rack detonation to destroy this destroyer. One of the most fragile 4.3 destroyers that you can imagine. This is not good. Imagine shooting at this thing with another destroyer that has a low rate of fire, not a lot of guns, and weak HE shells. Much fun, I say. Then we come to Germany, and another great change has hit here the Leopard 2A6, because it now got its old reload back, and it now has the same reload as the Leopard 2A5 or pre-nerf, and the same goes for the Swedish STRV 122 BPLSS. Then we come to the Soviets, and they're a little bit of a blessed nation dispatch. First of all, they have now the only new vehicle addition in this iteration of the dev server, so I show it off relatively quickly, the T80BVM. And the T80BVM has, well, as protection, the relic era, which is quite nice and works even versus APFSDS in a better way than quote-unquote normal era. But if we use the 3BM42 round here, you can quickly see, let's make it not really too spectacular. The lower glacis is paper, the driver's hatch is still a big weak spot, the gun breech is still a weak spot. From the side, you have the usual emergency turret ejection system working very nicely and very well. Nothing really unusual, your usual Soviet high-tier main battle tank. And even here there are some pixels where you can insert an APFSDS without too much problem straight through the front plate. So there is that. But there is a bit more than meets the eyes immediately. And that is that the 3BM42, previously I think for a lot of the Soviet main battle tanks the best shell, minus the T90, got now as changed to a tier 1 modification, because now the Soviets have a new shell, the 125mm 3BM60, and that has similar or very close penetration than the top shell on the M60 AMBT. So there is this. And let's just quickly have a look in the tech tree. Excuse me. There it is. T72B3 also has now this shell as a tier 4 modification, and as a tier 1 modification the Mango round. The T90 also, I think the shell got replaced, if I'm not mistaken, to the 3BM46, and the same goes for the T80U 3BM46. Alright, there we go. So there might be also some other changes. T80, I'm not quite sure. No, that seems to be still the same. So there is this as well. And that brings me now to the one vehicle that I didn't show the last time, that was already there the last time. The Vixen FAW Mark II. A really unusual shape, a premium of 8.3. And as armament, you can see there are various different missile, rocket and bomb loadout options, with the red top air-to-air missiles or the fast streak air-to-air missiles, and again then bullpups, RN rockets, which are not really that amazing to be honest, but at least you have them. So I don't know anything about its performance, and to be honest, not the most desirable premium from its status, battle rating and rank wise. And to be honest, I'm not showing off here the new map. I am waiting eagerly for it to be released to test it under real battle conditions, but I have high hopes for it to be the first real usable high tier map for tanks. So with that, to be honest, that was already the main changes from the first to here, the second dev server iteration. I hope you enjoyed this rather short and quick video. Don't forget to look at the first video if you haven't already, and also there you can find in the video description down below, as I just said, the link to the preliminary patch notes to read all the details for you. And if your recently unlocked top tier tank / plane is also affected by some of the changes, and I hope to see you next time. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please give this video a like if you did, it helps the channel out massively. Subscribe if you want to see more, including hitting the bell, and we'll see each other on the waves, in the skies, and on the battlefields of War Thunder.